Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having the most incredible day. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Sebastian and I welcome you guys with open arms. I do pop culture videos every single day, so if you're looking for the latest in reality TV, influencer tea, pop culture, I got you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would be so incredibly grateful. Grab a snack, grab a drink, honey, because we need to talk about Ellen DeGeneres being exposed once again, bitch. Okay. Oh, girl, my neighbor's looking at me right down in like literally looking at me. I mean, I have the blinds open and he's in his balcony and I'm in very short shorts and he's just staring at me. But you know what, bitch? This is my OnlyFans moment. I'm just gonna take it, okay? So look, Charlie Puth, sexy ass fucking Charlie Puth is back. Well, not back, but he is claiming that Ellen DeGeneres, her label just disappeared on him, okay? This is very awkward. He literally is looking at, oh my lord, he's like staring at me right now. Anyways, so page 6 is reporting that Charlie Puth claims he was ghosted by Ellen DeGeneres' 1111 record label. He said that he spoke about his experience with the Interscope Geffen A&M Records distributed label after fellow songwriter Greyson Chance alleged the opportunistic comedian completely abandoned him. I did that video. You can find it down below as well. He said that we both have different experiences, me versus Greyson, but I do agree with him that no one was present. No one was present. Certainly, after the creation of my first demo EP, Puth, who was signed to the short-lived record label in 2011, said on the latest episode of Rolling Stone Music Now that not putting any blame on one person, but from a collective, all the people that were in that room, they just disappeared. I didn't hear from anyone. Okay, from anybody. He says that he has never actually personally discussed this with Ellen herself, and he actually didn't find anything allegedly toxic from her. So his experience that, you know, versus Chance's experience is very different. He actually said that, you know, he never experienced anything bad with Ellen. He says that people described Ellen as rude. I've never experienced that. He was referring to the allegations that Ellen was manipulative behind the scenes and that her daytime show was a toxic workplace. He goes on to say that maybe she just liked him. So sources close to Ellen's team told the outlet that they don't recall any of this happening with Puth. A rep for Ellen did not immediately respond to page 6. So listen, you know, this whole thing with Greyson Chance or whatever the fuck his name was, I really found that he was the opportunistic, whatever. He literally, you know, this whole thing about just disappearing and not being there, like, I get it. But in Hollywood, you guys, this happens all the time, bitch. You are promised the world. You are told you're going to do this. You are told you're going to do that. You are told, you know, all of these things. And then one day to another, you are left alone. I have seen it in my eye, with my own eyes. I have experienced it. And then you can go turn your back and say, well, you know what? They abandoned me, this, and this. You know, and then you are trying to promote a new song like Greyson. And that is why I called him an opportunistic person, because, you know, he literally tried to expose Ellen right after announcing, you know, that he had this new song or whatever. He did an album. So I just thought that was kind of, you know, weird. But, you know, I've heard many stories about Ellen, like literally many. If you live in LA, you know that the Ellen show, the taping for the Ellen show is one of the hardest shows to get into. And I know many people who were lucky enough to go. Literally, it's like the lottery. The man just left. But he looked at me with eyes of desire. I think he saw these fat legs, bitch, these thick legs, and he just wanted to bite them, bitch. Anyways, what was I saying, bitch? Oh yeah, the Ellen show, like the taping of the Ellen show, especially like around fucking Christmas time, bitch, that's like crazy, okay? Everyone wants there because you know that you get gifts. You get some gift cards, you just get a lot of things when you go to a taping of Ellen DeGeneres. So, anywho, I've heard many things from people who have met Ellen, who have worked with her, who have been in the audience, The only negative thing that I really heard from the audience people is that Ellen doesn't really talk to the audience. Like, she'll come out and she'll do her little dance, she'll film, and then when they're in between takes, she just sits there going, you know, through scripts, or, you know, go on her phone, or talking to assistants, or getting touch-ups. That's what I heard. Again, I've never been there, so, like, you know, this is what I was just told. Which, I've been to many show tapings. I've been to the Queen Latifah show, I've been to Steve Harvey's show, I've been to, the Kelly Clarkson show. I've been to many shows, and it's pretty much the same, although I will tell you that Steve Harvey and Queen Latifah, they were very nice. I actually danced for Queen Latifah while they were in between breaks. I'll tell you really quickly. You know, every taping of any kind of show, they have like a person who comes out, it's like a comedian, and just like, you know, get the crowd going and tells jokes and puts songs, and you know, just like sort of interacts with the audience to get them excited, because you have to sit there for hours clapping and screaming and clapping and screaming and all of these things. And, you know, it's a good way to make money when you first move to LA, because, you know, it's like 60, 70 bucks a taping. So, you know, if you do that quite often, you know, it's a good money. That's how my husband and I survived for, you know, the first few months that we arrived here. So anyways, we were in the Queen Latifah show, and the nanny, Fran Dresser, whatever. She was the audience. She was the guest, and they were in between breaks. They were like moving the set or something, and the animated, you know, the animator person or whatever came to the audience and says, like, what are your secret talents, to everybody. And she comes to me and she says, what's your secret talent? And I said, well, I know every single Britney Spears choreography there is. So she goes, every single choreography? I said, yeah, if Britney's done a video or performed it live, I know it. So she was like, let's see. So she gets on the mic, she calls, you know, she talks to DJ, and she says, play a random Britney Spears hit. And then she tells me, I was all the way up there, she goes, run down to the front of the stage and dance to whatever song he's gonna do. And if you know the choreography, you'll get a gift. So here I am running down, and Queen Latifah, Fran Dresser, or was it Cameron Diaz? I don't remember. One of those two. This was like 4 times in a row, bitch, by the way, because I went there 4 times and she made me do this 4 times. So one night was Cameron Diaz, the other night was Fran Dresser, and then the other one, I think it was Julia Roberts, actually. Well, anyways, Queen Latifah and them, they're like 5 feet from me, watching me. So I go to the stage, and the guy starts playing Oops, I Did It Again. And I'm like, the easiest one. So I literally do, you know, the dance and, you know, Play With Your Heart. I do the whole thing. And like Queen Latifah and Fran and Cameron and Julia are all screaming and, you know, like cheering on me, you know, and I just remember when we were done, because they yelled and said, okay, let's start getting, you know, like they were going to start filming again. Queen Latifah she got up, and then I was finished, and I was going to be escorted back to my seat. And then she like does this kind of like, you know, good job, Britney would be proud. And I was like, oh. So yeah, that's my story. So they were nice. But yeah, Kelly also is pretty nice. But Ellen, yeah, I heard, going back to Ellen, sorry, bitch. Going back to Ellen, yeah, I have never really heard that she interacts so much. So I think maybe a lot of the rumors could be a little true, because I mean, listen, when you're in the audience, it's a lot of work. You have to be there like 2 hours before. You have to form so many lines. You have to do so many things. So even though you get paid, I feel like the host should be a little more grateful. So anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.